Today's tutorial is really exciting because I'm here with Stefanie SYAT. She's a good friend and also makeup artist and founder of Pre-Dame. So I told Stefanie that I wanted to do a Bollywood makeup tutorial and thought it would be a great time to get her in one of these videos and share directly from her some of the tips and tricks that I love and use all the time. So I'm obsessed with the outfit I'm wearing. These beautiful jewels. It's stunning, right? It made it so great for the makeup routine.
I want to come to the wedding.
It's beautiful, I know. And this is actually all rented from Luxemi, which is actually founded by my family friends Swati and Swapna, and makes it so those who don't have access to India can borrow or buy these outfits and jewelry from their website. Pretty cool. There's so many beautiful options that I couldn't pick myself, so I asked my social community to pick for me. So I ended up going with this beautiful pink outfit. I hope you like it, and I hope you love this makeup look. So now we're gonna get into the tutorial and show you how we did this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we're gonna start with the face, and Stefanie already prepped my skin with the Jouer LMT, which is something that I use every single day. But because this is a wedding, we thought we'd go a little bit heavier, and we used MAC NC42. So concealer, such an important part of a makeup routine. You guys know I love a good red lipstick hat trick, but I am with a pro makeup artist here, so Stefanie used a color correcting product that actually exists in the market for under eye circles. That's what we've prepped my face with, and now we're gonna go into my favorite thing, which is contouring. And I know you guys have a lot of questions about contouring, so Stefanie's gonna give us some tips on what she thinks are best practices.
We're gonna use your favorite, Smashbox, because this is, you know, doing it on yourself. You wanna use a lot of your favorite products. A good tip is to, already doing it, and then we're gonna make like a small sort of wispy line. Now, a nice idea is to buff it into the skin. So I like to buff upward and outward like this, so it looks really natural and gives a shadowed effect instead of like a contour extreme line.
That's like her biggest pet peeve. Like when I first met Stefanie, I was like, I love contours. I like extreme contoured faces, and she was like, calm down and make sure you blend. And that is one tip that I've always learned from her.
Make sure to blend it into the hairline so you don't have an awkward kind of stopping.
Yeah.
You could even go like up into here. Just make it natural. Another great tip is to throw it onto the brush and kind of just drag it along the jawline. Deepica happens to have a gorgeous jawline already, so she barely needs anything under here. But if you want to tighten up the jawline, it's really nice to just contour under here.
Yeah, I love doing like the three. The three, so you take it up to your forehead and go underneath the jaw and then go to your jawline. Okay, so now that the cream contour line is on, what's next?
I'm just gonna add a little warmth to your skin, so you're not just foundation, contour, blush. Let's just throw in a little bit of bronzer, which adds nice warmth, and it also sets the cream.
And I think that's one thing for people with my skin tone. They don't realize that you can and should use bronzer. I love, love, love a kind of a good contouring hack is using a bronzer that's a couple shades darker than your skin tone to actually do a more natural contour if you don't have a contour kit at home. I love blush. I feel like, again, with my skin tone, people find it really hard to find one that really pops on our skin. And one thing that I love to do to make it so you can get that blush on your apples of your cheeks to really pop is a cream blush. Is that something you would recommend too?
I love a cream blush.
Amazing.
I also love layering. So throw a cream blush on, then pop a powder over, really sets it up. So I'm gonna use a great cream blush, and I'm gonna throw it exactly how you said, on the apples of the cheek, and then work my way backwards. So smile, adorable.
So if you smile as weird and crazy as I look right now, it's the best way to find the apples of your cheek.
Right, and you don't wanna have like, you know, a 90s blush streak. You just wanna have a nice little cute cherub cheek. Okay, and as we said, just throwing a little bit of powder over really helps set the blush.
I feel like blush is like being more and more forgotten about now that contouring is like all the obsession, and it can't be.
I know.
I love blush.
It brightens your whole face up, and you're like, I feel healthy.
Exactly. Okay, so next up is the eyes, which is so fun for me. I think that a lot of people, when they go to Bollywood weddings, think of smoky eye as like this really intense black Kim Kardashian-esque smoky eye. One thing that Stefanie has actually taught me through the years is the importance of finding different types of smoky eyes and how you can do that beautiful smoky effect with brown and gold eyeshadows.
All right, so I'm gonna start with prepping the eye with a nice champagne shadow stick that's really gonna grab the color and enhance the bronze.
Which is so important for darker skin tones for me because I always put eyeshadow on, and putting this as a base really helps add that pop to the shadow.
So by adding a base that brightens up your eye, you're really gonna get the pigment that's true to the color that you want.
And this can be a white, a gold, a lighter color, it doesn't really matter, but I love that you're using gold today because it's a Bollywood wedding and everything's gonna be really like gold and shimmery.
Just like your gorgeous outfit and jewels. Oh my God, I'm trying, this is my inspiration. I'm just going off of it and going gold and gorgeous. Let's throw that bronze, look at how beautiful and pigmented that is. Now that we have the shadow base,
Love that.
onto the lid, and I'm starting halfway, well, 3/4 of the way in.
Okay.
And pressing it in versus sweeping it and losing the color.
Oh, that's a really good tip.
I'm using a darker bronze for like 3/4 of the lid.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use a lighter champagne for this whole inner corner and really make it pop.
I love that contrast. So like the inner part of the eye is gonna be that lighter shade, and then like you said, like 3/4 way in, you do a darker bronze shade and kind of blend them together to get that smoky effect.
Exactly. And like you kind of create a third color in here somewhere because you're blending them together. I'm just gonna throw the tapered brush really tight into these inner crease here.
And you're using a like a darker, almost black color here, right?
Exactly. It's like a charcoal.
So I think that is so important to know during a smoky eye is that like you don't have to take the black across the entire eye. A small touch into the corner crease area is all it requires.
Exactly. It's just adding a shadow.
I love how a bold, thick liner looks on top of the eyes for a Bollywood wedding.
Totally. And we like to define the eyes, really pop them.
And you can
especially
kind of
in
take the
pictures.
wing a little longer, right, for
Let's
a
do
Bollywood
it.
wedding?
You can take the
when
wing
else?
longer for whatever. Come on.
I love
Who
that.
doesn't love a wing? All right. So I'm just going to throw it right in here, and we'll get thicker and thicker. You can use, you know, Deepica's favorites are liquid.
Yeah.
She has a really nice hand with the liquid. I find it easier to put a gel on, but it's really whatever you want, as long as it's legit black, not brown. Nothing that's anything like smoky feeling. You want to define that lash line like crazy.
Stefanie taught me this years ago, and if you want to make it so that wing really stands out on your eye and you can't really draw it, she uses like a little flick situation.
It's just your thumbnail. I love that you think it's so good.
It's
the
the
flick of your
things that
thumb.
you think are like so simple are like life-changing. So the next part I'm really excited about because I never ever use fake lashes except for things like Indian weddings, and it's so much fun. And it's like, when else are you gonna put them on if it's not for like a wedding, and especially like a Bollywood wedding?
While those dry, let's smoke out the bottom lash line.
Yes.
Really get this glow fully around the whole
Are
eye.
you going on the waterline or right outside the waterline?
Great question. I'm going right outside the waterline, and then with my finger, I'm blending it to make it a little bit smoky.
And I like to use brown eyeshadows too, right? So if you don't have a brown pencil, like
Yep.
you can use that eyeshadow you put on top of your eye and use it to put under too, right?
Exactly. And a really good thing is now what I was about to do is layer. So I'm going to
course.
put the
Layer.
eyeshadow right over that to make
Okay.
it even more smoky. You beat me to the punch. Layering is everything.
Layer.
And look, I'm just sort of layering that top color right in 1/3 of the eye. You have huge eyes. You don't have to worry about ever closing them in.
So a tip for somebody with smaller eyes is to stop halfway.
Exactly. Okay, so now we're really gonna get that black liner, finally black liner, into the waterline. The lower water lines first. And I like to get all the way into that inner corner to really define the
You
eye.
guys know there were so many liner options. There's like 5 billion. Filling in brows is such a game changer. Like, it's completely changed the way I look at my face. Of course, there's products out there that you can buy to fill in your brows, but I love using eyeshadow to fill in my brows, and that's actually something that Stefanie does too. So you should use a color that's close to your skin but a little darker to fill in your brows and not the color of the hair.
Exactly.
Illuminators and highlighters are one of those products that once you start using, you take pictures and see yourself, like, you can't stop using it. It completely
So
changes
true.
the way you look, and it just adds like a subtle pop. I like using ones with more of a creamy consistency because it adds just a little bit of dewiness to my skin, which I need because I don't have that natural dewiness. Because I'm wearing a pink outfit today, a lot of people would say not to wear a pink lip, maybe go with like a red or like a nude. A nude would be the safe way to go with the outfit that I'm wearing. Comfort zone is not my thing. So I'm gonna actually be using Stefanie's lipsticks today. They're amazing. It was so fun seeing them come into the world, and I'm obsessed with it. So I'm gonna use this like pink color today. And I'm just gonna put it on myself because Stefanie likes to be fancy with her brushes, and we don't need to do all that for a lip. I love this color because it's like a pink lip in a really sophisticated raspberry way rather than being like a hot pink.
Totally, because then it just brings it all together.
So this is really important, guys. Setting your face with a translucent powder, especially, I mean, I always get so sweaty at Indian weddings. You're dancing, you're moving around, sometimes they're outdoors. So you can use a translucent powder, you can do a setting spray. There's so many out there, but make sure you do that before you head out so your makeup stays intact. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like the final look. I'm obsessed with it. And I hope you learned some tips for your next Bollywood wedding, and I'll see you next time. Bye.